Oh no, we are live. We just froze a little bit there. We're just about to go off and do our investigation at Waverly, which we are very, very excited about.
Very.
So we've kind of introduced what we're going to do in the building, but I do have behind me
Melanie.
It's
Mel
like-
works. Mel works.
Mel works. You never know whether to say the full name or whether to
Right,
say
right.
the partial name. So
Mel.
now Mel has been really, really good. She's taken us all around to the whole of the building, and that's what we were just talking about earlier. I noticed Mel didn't take us all the way down floor 4. Yeah.
Why is that? Would you mind giving us a bit of a reason as to why?
Why we didn't go down the 4th floor.
Yeah.
The 4th floor is a bit of a different breed of floor here at Waverly. We have people who have worked here, some for the better part of 2 decades, who do not go down the 4th floor alone. I have to, given that I'm an overnight investigator. There are times that I wish I didn't have to. We have an entity there referred to commonly as Big Black. We also have the Creeper. We do believe both of those to be non-human spirits. And they do tend to have a bit of a negative impact on people, usually. So
That's an interesting
That's the one
reason.
I
for
will
you guys, that
say.
may be the perfect reason as to why you should go down the 4th
And for
floor.
all those people who want me to poop myself, yes, that's probably the fall. But everybody's been waiting for that. All right, so you showed us around. How did you start at Waverly?
Oh wow, that's
What
actually
brought you working here?
That's-
Were you always interested in the paranormal? Or?
I was. I had a cousin who passed away at the age of 21. He was a paranormal investigator, and he died with me. And he had always wanted to come here. That was like his dream. And so the first year that Waverly had their Christmas show, after he had passed away, I brought his mom here. My aunt, that was her gift. I brought her
wow.
here so
Yeah.
that she could come to Waverly on Christmas Eve. And I fell in love.
Yeah.
I've been
How
here
could you
since.
not?
Right,
It was-
right.
Yeah.
So sorry that went a little deep there, but that's the truth of the story. He brought me here, and I think
Yeah,
he's
and you've stayed.
Still here.
Mhm.
Awesome.
Excellent. Now, when you showed us around a little bit earlier, we went up on every level, and we finally got up to, was it level 5?
the roof.
Yep,
Yes.
level 5. I'm still getting used
It's so big.
to it's so
It's
big.
huge.
And level 5 is where now you're going to have to correct me on everything.
Sure,
There's
I
a
can
lot
do
of
that.
information to be taking in.
I can do that.
But there was a story about a nurse up there
Yes, room 502.
who unfortunately, took her own life.
We do believe she did.
Yeah. Now, up there was quite interesting because we did do the torch, and it did seem to respond to when we're doing it. I have done that video. I will put that up a bit later. But what really, really interested me and Beth was the sound that we heard behind us when it was all happening. So I don't know how you heard it. I heard it like either a child or
Or a female.
A
It
female.
had a higher pitch sound to me,
Yeah.
and it did come from the direction of the children's wing.
Yeah.
I heard the exact same thing. I even stopped when I was giving them the description of the area, like, ooh. And I knew from the looks on their faces that they had heard it
that we'd
before
heard
I
it
even
as well.
asked.
Yeah, so.
It was a higher pitched tone, so I do believe it was either a child or
Yeah.
female.
So we are looking forward to
Oh,
it.
yes, can't wait to get stuck into
It's
it.
going to be
Three of us on the place.
3 of us.
Yeah.
It is chilly here tonight, but
And
I
hopefully
do
Hopefully
absolutely-
Mel will come and visit us
Oh,
every now and
absolutely,
again
I
and come
will.
and join
I
us.
love
Or,
it, yeah.
or rescue us.
Or rescue us, one of the
I can
two.
do that
She's
too.
it is being cameraed around the place, so
Right.
we can just wave.
Yeah, they've got security cameras so we can wave in distress.
The 5th floor, I hope you guys spend a lot of time there. I know it's a little chilly tonight, but I
I
really
actually
do
felt
recommend
fairly
it.
good on the 5th.
I've never felt a negative
I didn't
feeling.
feel negative up
Yeah.
there. I actually felt a safe floor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Women usually have a very powerful reaction to the 5th floor.
Yeah.
We have people who we've had people visit, have a very emotional reaction, sometimes a physical reaction. And we've also had people call us a few days later and say, oh, by the way, I got sick while I was at room 502, and I found out I was pregnant a few days later. And it's happened more than a handful of times. Like, it's happened a lot.
Wow, that's interesting.
And I've had one man go up there and he just burst into tears.
Okay.
So I don't,
Yeah.
Different effects on different people.
So what would be your most memorable experience here at Waverly?
Yes.
Yeah.
My most memorable. Probably, I was standing at the top of the body chute, just like I was with you guys earlier this evening. I was doing the exact same thing that we were doing. It was a group of 8 investigators from Alabama here in the United States. So a small group. I was talking to them about what the body chute was used for and how it became used as what it was when Waverly closed. And I saw somebody. It was wet that night too, just like it is tonight, oddly. I thought I heard somebody traipsing through water. I looked up and I noticed a figure standing at where that corner turns.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we can go in there and take a picture later and I can show you.
Yeah.
And I noticed a figure standing there in a long white jacket. And I thought my boss had come in to check on us. And I called to the figure. There was no answer. And it did a very tight turn around the corner and it was gone. And I said, is something wrong with somebody in your group? Is everything okay? And their leader very quickly did a head count. No, we're all here. And 2 of them had turned around because they heard the footsteps in water like I had heard. And it was a full body. I picked up my radio. I called down to my boss. She said, Tina, you know I'd never come in while you're doing a tour. I asked little Anthony, did you come in? No, absolutely not. So that was my first and only full body here.
Wow.
It was great. It was great.
So what sort of things do you think we can expect tonight? And then I realise sometimes, because I do venues myself, that sometimes nothing will happen.
Sometimes
And it's like any location. People seem to think it happens all the time. It doesn't. Fingers crossed for tonight. But if we were to get anything happening, what sort of things can we expect maybe to happen tonight?
I do have a good feel for the building because I am in there so often, and I do feel the energy in there tonight. I do believe that you guys will have some good activity up there on 5. I think we stirred something, having heard the disembodied sound already. I think you'll probably have some activity up there. I would go for EVPs. What I like to do on the children's wing side, and I think you may get good activity tonight. Class A EVPs I have come from that children's wing. Try that, please. They like to play games. I do Ring Around the Rosie, ABC song, row your boat, whatever you can come up with that are classics.
Okay.
And if you need any help with American classics, just let me know.
You're going to have to help me on that one. That's how we go, can you come on up and play?
Right.
Walkie you in there.
Right. Let me see. And what else? I think because we've had the haunted house going on, I think that does bring a certain level of activity out because we're sort of in their space, and I think that kind of makes. I think you guys will have some good activity tonight. I do.
Let's hope.
That does not sound bad at all.
And the OR. I had a good feeling in the OR for you guys.
Yeah. So there you go, Australia. And anybody from America who's watching. I know some of our guests are watching from America tonight in England. So we're going to get all our gear together. We're going to try and come back. Now, if we can't go live because we lose reception, apologies for that. We'll do videos anyway and we'll just upload them as we go along. So we'll cheat that way. But hopefully we can go live. Now, guys, just watch one thing because it might not always be live on the Alison Oborn page because some of it I'm going to space out. So go across also and keep an eye on the Adelaide Haunted Horizons page. What I'll try and do is give 5 minutes warning anyway, which page I'm going to go on, because I want to share it over 2 pages. So don't just watch this page, watch Adelaide Haunted Horizons because a lot of the ghost stuff or ghost hunting stuff will go up there. So we're going to get our gear, keep watching this space, and we'll see you soon.
You hope.